Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Alien vs. Captain America, issue number one. I've found that since the very first time I ever saw a something versus something, it was not a good thing. Namely, it was King Kong versus Godzilla. I'm talking way back in the day when it was practically in black and white. Bro, like the first character they mention is usually the one who wins. So this is not a good thing. Anyway, let's get talk about who made this comic book. We'll work on this from afterwards. This is Operation Red King, Part 1. Frank Thierry is the writer. Stefano Raphael is the artist. Niraj Menon is the color artist. And VC's Clayton Cowles on letters. Lanil Francis Yu and Romulo Fiaro Jr. do the cover, and there are a couple of variant covers out there, and we're going to go on from there, baby, because Captain America was created by Joe Simon and Jack freaking Kirby, baby. So this whole entire issue is I'm not going to call it an exposition, but kind of sort of, yeah. I'm not saying you skip this issue. No, not by any measure. It talks about how the Red Skull ordered Baron von Strucker, you know, the totally awesome evil Nazi jackass with the Satan claw. Yeah, that guy. I love using him in my Marvel RPGs. Just saying, because he's just so freaking cool. Evil Nazi son of a gun, but so freaking cool. I love seeing people beat him up at the very least. Anyway, this freaking guy, he goes out to try and find Attilan, the city of the Inhumans. He's trying to find the royal family and all sorts of things. Now, I don't know if there's some kind of a weird alternate universe. I mean, obviously it's an alternate universe, but arguably it could just be a retcon on things. But there's a royal family here, different than the royal family that we normally see. Like there's some short chick with the I don't know, the little thing, that the tuning fork that Blackagon Boltagar has. Maybe her name is Shorticus Stufficus. Anyway, she's got the tuning fork thing. So this might just be a different universe. Who knows? Who freaking knows? But anyway, yeah. So all these Inhumans have been killed because their chests opened up, the king and the queen and all sorts of other things. Now, that's rather odd because that means that there won't be any Inhumans unless this is a different breed, which I don't think that's the way this works. But hey, what do I know? So anyway, these guys are all dead, and there's a bunch of eggs someplace, and these Hydra agents go there, and, well, you kind of get the idea, right? Read the story. Buy the book, read the story, check it out, because it's fun. It's a fun little walkthrough. Now, make no mistake. There's not really a whole lot of action in this, right? A little tiny bit towards the very end where Captain America does a little bit of dirty bitness, but I'm going to say this. Despite the idea that this whole book is based, or this whole issue is just the setup for everything that's going to happen starting with issue number 2, that's where the story is really going to begin. It's going to start getting really exciting. This book is obviously necessary. It's like about a 30-page book or something like that. It's more than the standard 22 pages, 2022, whatever they do nowadays. And it's a cool little build-up, like really great art. Granted, Stefano has a bit of a problem trying to put together the, like Captain America at one point is putting a shield behind him. Really awesome scene, right? But the chainmail doesn't look great the way he does it. He's got it spaced out oddly, right? Like it's turning this way and that way at the same time. It's like if this arm is down, then this arm is up. Well, then this one should be spaced and this one should just be hanging, right? But doesn't quite have it that way. It's all right. It's literally the only image in this entire comic book that I looked at and I was like, that's not right. And it doesn't make the comic book unreadable by any stretch of the imagination. The rest of the artwork is great. So there's that. And honestly, I've seen much worse art released by Marvel if every image looked in this comic book looked like that one particular image. So expertly drawn, really well done. Frank Thierry has not consistently, but pretty darn consistently impressed me with some of the stuff that he's done. I'm hoping that he's going to be able to pull this one off also. I mean, you know, it's Captain America, And it's literally Captain America versus a very clear and obvious threat, aka bad guy. Zzz. Whole bunch of bad guys. And I just want to see Cap tearing loose. This is like, do you remember back in the day when Cap first met Vampire and Baron Blood specifically? And he is able to use his shield just a little bit differently with a little more emphasis. And he's able to cut vampires' heads off with his shield like it's a freaking bladed weapon. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And we're getting hints of that in here. In fact, in the very first pages, they were showing Cap punching a Hydra agent and blood coming out. And I'm like, oh, they're letting you know how graphic this comic is going to be. But the idea of seeing that Cap is going to be able to just let loose and start actually murdering things wholesale, I'm not saying I'm a fan of murder, but if it comes to evil alien xenomorphs, oh yeah, man, wholesale, baby. Just like you got your Costco card and you're just out there talking about, I'll take them all. Eggs, and just throwing them all against the wall. Psh, 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 because that's what you got to do with these aliens, because they're effing evil. That's what they are. Born, bred, existing that way. Kill them all. You're not going to find a Drid Stewarden amongst the freaking xenomorphs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I want to be a good one. You're not going to find that. Remember they did that with the Brood, with that one little ugly mutant kid? And he's like, oh, I'm Brood, and I'm actually a nice one. Shut up. You're a liar. That's why nobody likes you. Actually, I thought that guy was awesome. But I don't want to see that with the actual aliens. You know what I want to see? After we're finished with Captain America wiping the floor of these things, one of them gets away, and we have Alien versus the Brood. I mean, let's be realistic. That's all any of us ever wanted to see in the first place. I'm pretty sure I pointed that out years ago when I first started my channel. How sick would that be? Anyway, let's get on back with the comic book. This is looking like it's going to be pretty fun. All right? Like I said, Cap gets to let loose. There's going to be some whoopings. Up, down, front, and center, left, right, all of that. But we're going to be able to see the evil of the Red Skull in here also. Guys, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to come next out of this. I'm also in a weird kind of mood. I just did 20, a little bit outside of the comic book. I just did 20 short videos. I type all these things out after doing a bunch of research on them, and then I voice them. Like, I don't use an AI voice. Most of these other stupid things that you see, explaining characters or stories, they're just AI voice. And it's like, that's lazy. And you could tell that's very clearly my voice. I breathe during some of them just to make sure you guys know this is actually my voice. Well, I just recorded 20 of them and my mic wasn't synced to the freaking thing. Oh, you have no idea how angry I am that I've got 20 videos that's supposed to just be audio and yet no audio. But me looking like an idiot going, oh, I'm so mad. So I was kind of hoping to have issue 2 here so I can actually see Cap whooping some butt on these xenomorphs. Whatever. It's cool. I'll deal with it. I'll just deal with this. But man, I really hope this is going to be awesome. Let's get a whole bunch more of these. I don't necessarily need to see Spider-Man doing this. Spider-Man's dealing with the Predator. You know what I'm saying? But after this, I mean, who else would be cool? We don't need Wolverine. We already got him versus Predator also. Black Panther also. But real talk, aside from Captain America, who else do you want to see going against the aliens? Maybe it's just one alien on a ship someplace or deserted, right? Ooh, Black Knight could be a fun character to do that with. Who knows? Anyway, talk to all you guys later. Comments. I seriously want to know your because Marvel does look at these videos, and I'm saying they might get a good idea from you and make it a reality. All right, like the video, watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.